Welcome to On Comics, where today we are going to have an indie comics spotlight, and our focus is going to be on Dice, London Gothic, and we will have a programming announcement. I am, of course, the ever-loving Lonnie Webb, and this is On Comics. I should have pushed a button earlier. I'm slow today. Sorry about not live streaming. The doctors changed my meds, and man, I feel just so funky. So here we are. This is On Comics. It is an indie spotlight day. It is. Let's see. I'll tell you who I am. I am Lonnie Webb, the ever-loving Lonnie Webb, also the Twitter-accused pro-Trump troll and director of chaos. Why am I a pro-Trump troll and the director of chaos? Because I'm clearly wearing a Make America Great hat. Right there. Can you see it? Yes. Great America make right there. Here, I'll just give you a nice, pretty picture of my hat. It's a red hat, people. It's just a red hat. It says, "We the people." Those are important words. Anywhere in the world, those are important words. Everybody knows about the Declaration of Independence. It's an important 3 words. Kind of has a connection back to the Magna Carta. Anyways, pop that back off there. Somebody in Twitter said, "Oh, that guy wears a red hat. He must be pro-Trump." I will admit that I am not real pro the current administration and the political shenanigans that seem to dominate our news right now. I mean, I feel real icky about some of the things going on. And I will also further admit I wear a hat because I don't want to comb my hair today. Okay. The ever-loving Lonnie Webb. And let's talk about Dice, the London Gothic comic, and I've a programming announcement to make. I will make that first. So regarding the Justice for Noel Clarke movement on Twitter, at Justice for Noel C, and I've been trying to spread this idea around on a few other socials, along with John White. And on Twitter, he is at John the White #1, John White 1. We have, through John's tireless work, been able to respond to Noel Clarke's video. In fact, I will bring up the tweet now if I push the correct button. And doink, there we go. This is the tweet that Noel posted concerning his situation. You may recall the Doctor Who actor Noel Clarke. He played Mickey and Ricky in the Eccleston and Tennant run of Doctor Who, and he became a producer along the way, and has been doing some good in his career. And what I want to call out is a year and some change after accusations were made against him by the Guardian newspaper that police were investigating him, and his career was absolutely destroyed. He was Me Too'd out of existence. Noel Clarke posted, um, let's see, sometime in July, I believe. No, here we go. 16th of August. Thank you. And he posts, no investigation, no assessment, no complaints, no reports. What is he talking about? He got the UK's equivalent of a FOIA request from the police. They documented. Now, this is something that's nearly impossible to get your hands on in the United States. The police do not like doing this kind of administrative work, and they shouldn't have to. But in this situation, he was able to get a document that shows that he is under no investigation by the police. He has been under no assessment. I don't know what exactly that means in legal parley. There were no complaints made to the police. There were no reports made to the police. That this is a black man, and he's not so much as had a possession charge in the UK. How has he avoided scrutiny from the police? That you got to think about that. There's a lot of smoke around Noel Clarke. I'm sure he's been very laddie, lippy, but as far as criminal behavior, as far as anything being put against him, as the Guardian newspaper claimed, as the BBC claimed, as BAFTA claimed, these things didn't happen. Otherwise, that document wouldn't exist. Now, on that topic, I am aggressively seeking any firsthand knowledge, not hearsay, not clickbait, not copy and paste. If anybody knows or witnessed or has video anything that Noel Clarke has done that is criminal with regard to these 20 women that we heard in this report, the 20 women that reported Noel to the police. If you can get me a copy of their statements, if you can get me a copy of something the police have done, if you can get me case numbers, case files, anything, I am supporting both sides of the question here. If Noel Clarke is innocent, let him back into his own career. If Noel Clarke has done something, we've been asking, if Noel Clarke has done something, please bring forward the actual documentation so we can honestly talk about what is going on around Noel Clarke. I don't think there is anything, at least nothing criminal. So I'm just going to stick that there. And if anybody can come forward, please do. All right. One of the other things before we get into the comics, let me quickly say, please give me a like, subscribe, and share, and do the same for your favorite YouTuber. I assume that's not me. And it really does help make a difference in the YouTube algorithm. That said, today what we're all about is supporting indie comics. One of the questions I have posted recently is, Should I do a comic that feels a little bit like Blake Seven? And when I say that, I mean space criminals that are put together in as a result of necessity. They don't necessarily like each other. They don't necessarily win all the time. um, if we were to take the show Bible from Blake Seven, um, and write new characters into that world, that's kind of what how I want to write this story. If that's something that you want to read, that you would pay for a graphic novel, I'll make it. But I need to hear from people with some interest. I've only heard one person. I was going to do the hey, what if Indiana Jones 5 was made right and it was a good movie? Um, People are so tainted by Indiana Jones 5 and Lucasfilm that they don't want anything to do with it. And I got about 30 people showing interest. That's not enough to make that's not enough to sink your life into making a comic book. Um, so uh, what I would, what I'm speaking to right now is let's go and do a science fiction world where space criminals are thrust into a situation of doing more or less good things, even though they aren't really good people necessarily. That said, let me see. Let me punch up dice. No, let's do dice second. Let's talk London Gothic first. And let's find where I have London Gothic stashed away. There we go. I'm going to click on here. There we go. Sorry about that. I was pushing the wrong button. London Gothic. This came to me a couple of weeks ago, and I wanted to make sure that we give it a little bit of consideration. London Gothic, Chapter 1 of the London Gothic novel series, graphic novel series, is now available. Order here or look at the 20-page sneak preview. Dare you peek into the darkness, a twisted, horrific, historic tale moving back and forth through the time of man, of light and dark, of myths and monsters, of good and evil, of death and destruction, of greed and avarice, set in a fictional London era of deprivation and impoverished humanity, where evil hides in the darkness of London back streets and below the cobbled streets of slums. If you like to read, if you like to seek, step into our world and take a peek. An enthralling adventure with twists and turns like the ancient sewer system below London, where darkness prevails and evil lurks, though not all evil lurks in the darkness, but also amongst the shadows that crawl at the walls of the repellent, foggy, cobbled alleyways in Gothic London. Okay. There's a tale of the brave, the heroic, the shields against evil, followers of the light who fight for the weak, and where rich and impoverished citizens put differences aside and join together in conflict to battle against pure psychopathic evil in a conclusion to contest the future of mankind. The Tutori and the Sinestra. Okay. Take a peek at the cast here. Jellicoe the Duke, Finis Cromwell, Sinestra Demon. Okay. Let's just keep to this. We got some fighting going on there. Tell you what, let's go ahead and no. Okay, so that's the order page that I have already brought up. Let's see if we can. Let's find out what shipping would be here. I have added it to the basket, I think. There we go. Waiting. Something is happening. There we go. All right. Graphic novel has been added to your basket. Let's just check out. I want to know how much the shipping is. Calculate shipping in the United States. You want to know the country and state. Let's go ahead and update it. All right, that for the USA, that doubles the price for the physical copy. All right, let's put that there, and now let's go back and click on sneak preview. Like what you see, try the first 20 pages for free. Let's go in here. Do you see that well? I guess so. That's probably the best we can really get. Yeah, we'll just leave that there. So that looks like the cover, some interior art, some more interior art. Story by Nick Henry, art by Michael D. Burton, cover by Richard Malloy. A time far back in history, Golgotha, Jerusalem. Looks like Christ is hanging on the cross. He's being taken down. And following the crucifixion, the nails are being removed. Did he have 4 nails in him? I thought one nail in the only 1 nail in the ankles or in the feet. Probably the ankles. Okay, so it looks like Knights Templar making off, well, at the time, members of the Way making off with the blood-soaked nails from the crucifixion. A time not so far back in history. Yeah, that's a little. No. Where was I? That was my fault. I shouldn't have done that, and I did indeed do that. Okay. All right. Click. And wow, it sure is awfully glowy in England, and people are wearing interesting clothes. All right. The butchered pig. She laid on the floor, the dirty. Okay, we'll stop right there and let you read that when you buy it. No toffs in here, fella. No, that was Australian. Never mind. And it looks like we're going to have a fight. And The art would be fantastic in a web series. I'm wondering if that's how this started out. Maybe it was on drive-through. And stuff is going down. Rich guy, not so rich guy. They find some stuff is going on. Oh, some people are being disemboweled. And there are demon folk. And there's all kinds of bad happening. And well, that is certainly grisly. That is certainly grisly. I'm going to go ahead and close that down because that might be a little too grisly for YouTube. Don't know. I don't know. All right. And so, like I said, this is a. Oh, we were almost to the end anyway. Very flashy, very glowy. Lots of the blades all look like lightsabers. Okay. I'm going to rate that as interested. And okay, so let me click there. All right. So interesting. I've got the URL in the description. It's I think it's about $17 or £17 in the UK. Your shipping, I think, is around $5. In the US, you're going to be paying double for shipping for the physical copy. And I prefer physical copies, but digital might be a way to go. Like I said, this looks like a web series and completely on par with what I would expect to see on drive-through. So please give it a consideration. Follow the artists and the writers. And saying that, go look in the description. Give these guys a consideration. At least visit their page at London Gothic, london-gothic.co.uk, and take a look at things there. Over here on, let's take a look at. Let's push the right button. Let's take a look at dice. Dice is different. I haven't seen a preview of dice yet, but I'm already interested. I think it has just come along. You've got until October 11th to get in on it. It's already looks like it's already backed, so it's going to deliver. Go ahead and check this out. The URL for the Kickstarter of Dice is also in the description. And the thing that caught my eye, first of all, this is a manga, and the art style is a little bit Western, mostly manga. It reflects some commitment to Dungeons and Dragons, and is connected through, if nothing else, the dice. I can't make that come up the way I wanted to. There's the manga. It's a soft cover manga. And keep going down here. Not focused so much on the story as the art right now. I don't know if that's a good manga flow. That is a good manga flow. Victory is within reach. A roll of the dice. Are you ready to do it? The rewards. The physical manga. The digital manga. Storm Riders. Apparently this is a spin-off series. Okay. So there are 5 of the Storm Riders manga, and there is some connection there. I will leave that for you to read. Here we go. Now here is an interesting perk that I think people are zeroing in on pretty quick. There's a whole dice set with a leather friendship bracelet there. And that is what is being worn by the characters in the story. There are multiple colors, it looks like. And I don't know if it's just one of each color, or if it's if it is only, if all of the set must be one color. That would be an interesting set right there. But one of your perks is to get a set of dice. And I'll just keep scrolling down, scrolling down. Okay, let's see. To get the manga, it's £7. To get the, how about to get the manga and the dice reward, that looks like £35. It's signed. That's fun. That's fine. Okay, so first of all, you can always support these guys right up front. That's fine. That's fine. I do that a lot. I do drop a dollar or two on people who, or nowadays a dollar or $3 for people who are doing worthwhile work. Support dice. $5 or more. Okay, £5 or more, you are getting the digital reward. You are getting, you can't have your name printed, I guess. And then let's see. So I want a physical reward. If I just want the physical reward, what did I get? Printing on demand. Okay. Okay. So if I get that, oh, I'm currently logged out. Great. We'll come back to that later. I'm assuming that shipping is probably going to be $5 to $15, depending on where you are. Okay. Come on. Come on, you can do it. I know that you can. Ah. Dynamic pages. I'm not a fan. Okay, the dice reward. $35. Wait. $35. Oh, I don't know what I've got going here. Why did that become 53? Interesting. Interesting. Oh, I see. It's already figuring in my shipping. Okay, so that's why it was 53. Okay, okay. Man, that's a little steep. Well, I have talked to the artists and the people behind this comic, and right now it looks like we are going to be getting a review copy, uh, and uh, and in the next week or two, we will probably have another video concerning dice. I'm giving this a very positive look. Um, I encourage you to check this one out if you are at all interested in manga or D&D, any role-playing game. The uh, the dice set looks nice. It's an innovative idea, and it's a nice little perk. So please give them a look. Take a look at both of these guys. Let me push that button. And I was going to do one other thing. Let's not do anything silly. So back to our programming announcement. Next week, John the White is going to join me, and we are going to follow up on the Noel Clark situation. We are going to discuss his new article. The previous article is linked in the description. So the URLs in the description are the previous article from John White. The new one isn't going to be released until tomorrow, so I don't have a link for that. The Dice URL is there, and the London Gothic URL is there. Please go give every one of those a look and consider supporting the indie comics that we have brought up here today. Make sure they know that you heard about them from me, and I have nothing negative to say about these, and I think that they deserve your attention. Having said all of that, um, I don't think I have any business to cover before we sign out today, so I am going to do that. I've got a couple of things to bring to the channel still, but I'm not going to do that right this minute. I'll do that later. Um, the important thing is that we look at all these indie creators, and please leave me comments, anything you have to say in response to anything I have said. Please put it in the comments so that I know what you have to say. You can also hit me up on Twitter at Lonnie Webb on comics, and I am on all the other socials as well. So you can track me down. I appreciate you being here, and I will talk to you again when I can. Thank you.